Alright guys, in 1997, Disney released the very heartfelt movie we all know and love, Hercules. But what they don't tell you about this movie is that next to none of it is factually accurate. I know this because I've taken at least 3 years of mythology classes with Erica Shook here at the high school. There are really a lot of things wrong with this movie, but I'll focus on the main three, which are his parentage, which is only half correct in this movie, his name and the true meaning behind it, and his entire storyline, which they somehow missed all of it. Alright. And oh man, poor Hercules. You know, being an affair baby just is never easy. So, his father is Zeus, which they accurately portray in the movie. But Zeus is definitely not the most loyal character ever to exist. And it really sucks if you're his wife and you happen to be the goddess of marriage. Ah, what poor irony. Hercules' actual mom was named Alcmena, as you see that she was portrayed in the movie, but as his adopted mother. Zeus, you know, her father, or Hercules' father, Amphitryon, was gone on a business trip, so Zeus thought, hey, and slid in. And that resulted in the birth of Hercules, despite everything Hera tried to do to prevent that. And maybe it's for the best that Hera's not his mom, because she only ever had one child. His name was Hephaestus, he was ugly, so she yeeted him off of Mount Olympus. She said, nah, he ugly. Man, good thing she's not our mom, right? Okay. And so Hercules' mom did everything she could to protect Hercules, including giving him the name she gave him. That's right, they didn't even get his name right in the movie. So, his real name is Heracles. Named this because Alcmena thought if she named him after the goddess that was trying to kill him, she would forgive him and love him and just never hurt him. Sadly, this was not true because every chance she got, she tried to kill him, especially when he was just a baby and she sent 2 snakes to kill him. This is shown in Disney's movie, but they show it as Hades trying to kill him with his little minions, Pain and Panic. So, they changed his name because Hercules is his Roman name, and Romans took all Greek mythology and kind of made it their own. And they chose this because they thought it'd be more memorable than Heracles. So, as I said, Hera hates Hercules because, you know, affair babies, what you gonna do? So, she is actually the real villain of this story, not poor Hades. So, poor Hades just gets blamed for everything, and all he does is sit alone in the dark and eat food all day. That's just him. So, we have familiar characters. Do you remember Meg from the movie? Well, Hercules married her. And this, you know, his story actually takes place much later in his life than is portrayed in the movie. And so, they were married and they had several beautiful children together. Hera, of course, did not like that he was happy, so she poisoned his brain and sent him into a fit of rage, causing him to kill his wife and children. After coming to his senses, he realized what he had done, and he ran to his cousin Eurystheus, a nearby king, and pledged himself to his cousin in order to earn redemption for himself. And Eurystheus could not think of anything to do, so Hera was whispering in his ear, and together they came up with the 12 labors of Heracles. Each of these labors took place once a year, and each was designed to kill Heracles. Yet, you know, none of them succeeded. So, after 12 long years, he finally completed the labors, ending with bringing Cerberus up from the underworld. And so, but afterwards, despite being forgiven by everyone else for what he had done, he could not forgive himself. So, instead of having the happy ending we expected from the movie, he built himself a funeral pyre and lit himself on fire. Upon his death, he was elevated up into Olympus and made a god by his father Zeus. But, you know, Hera did not like that and did her best to have her finger in everything, so they assigned him to one of the worst jobs you could have. He just got to guard a gate all day long. So, as I said, these are only a few of the many inaccuracies of this movie. So, it was never my intention to make you hate this movie, because I love this movie. You just have to learn to respect them as separate entities. They're both great on their own, and if you try to put them together, it just doesn't work, and you just can't love them both at the same time. So today, I taught you about the inaccuracies of his parentage, his name, and his entire storyline. But like I said, they're separate entities, and we just have to learn to love them, even if they can't even get his name right.